Park, but I'm sure you must appreciate how our viewers might not care about the details of the internal politics of the Emergency Earth Evacuation Committee in those days.
Yes, of course, silly me, Mr. Vorg. Of course, evacuation was a little melodramatic. It's not like everyone had to leave, but we needed to get a lot of us off Earth.
Did you ever think you would live to see the 900th anniversary of the founding of the Cielo Urbo II settlement? Well, you must have. You must have been planning on it. No other reason for you to take all those neo-longevity treatments. You know, the risks for those have always been tremendous. Oh, I'm sorry. You must know.
Hearing in my right ear is artificial, and the vision in my left eye is artificial. The vision there is about what people were getting from TV way back in the 1970s, and of course, strokes and asthma.
Our records say you were quite a healthy man in your 40s before you started taking the treatments. Because like I said, you wanted to live to see this day, or a day like this day.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Vorg, but you're wrong. Not to see this day, but to avoid something.
Your death, of course?
Something else.
Are we expecting somebody else?
You aren't, but I am.
I don't understand. We're here to celebrate a man who founded one of the first settlements in the Great Evacuation, Cielo Urbo II, named for an old friend of yours' dog, a man who...
The Emergency Earth Evacuation Committee felt desperate, and they should have. Time was running out, and as one of the few ships sent out, I needed to find a planet appropriate for a settlement.
Lucky for all us, you did.
I didn't. Oh, right on time, as always, Mr. Green.
Dr. Lapark, always a pleasure. And Mr. Vorg, Universal News, I believe?
Yes.
Oh, and you're broadcasting right now. Wonderful.
What's going on?
Like I was saying, Mr. Vorg, I didn't find an appropriate planet, and the clock had run out. When I found this planet, its ecology was entirely inappropriate for human settlement. With the best terraforming technology we had at that time, it would have taken 20 years to make this planet the way we needed it to be.
Then how did...
The worst type of deal that anyone can ever make, but I made it.
Oh, no regrets, Dr. Lapark. That wouldn't do you any good anyway. Mr. Vorg, Dr. Lapark reached out to me, and I changed the ecology of this planet, made it human-friendly.
But how is it possible for... Did you get paid for this?
My, yes. I mean, not with money, of course. What's money to me? Dr. Lapark, did anyone figure out your little joke?
Not as far as I know.
Celia Urbo? Words from a long-forgotten language, Mr. Vorg. They mean heavenly city. The most supreme irony, considering it was me who fixed this problem for all of you.
But it sounds like... Are you then the...
Well, your planet calls me a lot of names, Mr. Vorg. I prefer the simplest one, the devil. I've been paid in the promise that I'd be publicly in on the fund for the 900th birthday party, plus 12 generations of souls who've lived out their entire lives on this planet. Dr. Lapark, still waiting on yours.
Wait a little longer.
Not a problem. I have eternity. You don't.